19-year-old Braden Peters, aka Clavicular, has leaned into this particular aspect of self-improvement, promoting what many refer to.
I was essentially doing mathology, guys. I just to come clean and let you know what I was doing.
That was a really top signal, a really clear top signal. Mr. Beast yesterday, he said that Clav is going to be the next big thing in streaming. Do you realize how huge that is? Actually, I'm kind of interested in this one.
A generation of lost young men turned to the internet looking for role models, and instead found a cesspool of self-proclaimed alpha males ready to exploit them. These gurus preach confidence and discipline, but the deeper you look, the clearer it becomes that their lives are nothing like what they sell. Behind the tough guy personas are men
I don't know if I'm going to be mentioning this video. I like Patrick CC. So let's...
drowning in insecurity, fraud, lies, and desperation. Some of these guys claim to have the highest IQ on the planet, and others literally admit to doing meth to look more attractive. Today we're discussing the most notorious ones, starting with King Azulai, the alpha who pled guilty to sexual contact with a 15-year-old girl.
Oh.
Ben Azulai essentially looked at Andrew Tate and said, I can do the same thing. Only Ben has less charisma, and it is way less convincing when he lies, because his origin story is almost certainly completely made up. According to Ben, his mother came to America through the Mexican border to give birth to him. He spent his early childhood going between America and his mother's home country of Israel, before permanently settling in the United States at 10 years old. Ben claims that he began visiting a Chinese restaurant every day for lunch, where he was mentored by the restaurant's owner and trained in the art of Kung Fu. Ben, who barely spoke English at the time, became the target of bullying at school, and used his newly acquired martial arts skills to beat anyone and everyone up who disrespected him.
I don't know how Clav fits in this category. You know, I don't think he's ever called himself an alpha male, but I can see the comparison so far doesn't fit.
People really understand things better when they get a fist in their face. They just act different. So everybody started respecting me.
At the age of 13, Ben claims that he fought 30 guys at once and they could not fully defeat him. Well, at least that's what I think. He changes the story a lot.
I got my ass kicked one time in my life. I was 13 years old. I got jumped by about 30 guys outside of a house party.
How do you get jumped by 30 people? There's not enough space. You can't fit 30 people around. There's no chance that all of them were even able to get close. At least 15, 16 of them were just throwing karate kicks in the air behind you. Logistically, that's impossible.
13 years old and got jumped by like 30 guys. They beat shit out of me. One hit me with a baton over the face. And that was the time that I stopped hanging out with people.
When do black people carry batons? That's a police weapon. When's the last time you seen a group of YNs leave a NBA YoungBoy concert carrying batons? What's the...
And believe it or not, today, one of my best friends is a black guy. But at the time, you know, it was literally people that I knew. And they jumped me, you know, 30
Well, why?
guys. They were 17 and 18. I was 13.
I fought guys that were 7 foot tall. And I fought guys that were almost...
No, you didn't. You didn't fight Wemby. Where are you finding 7 foot tall guys to fight?
400 pounds. I fought 10 guys at the same time and beat their ass. And I fought 40 guys and I got jumped by them. And I was 13 years old. It did not matter how many people it was.
Did you explain, or did you ever explain why 30 high school seniors were that mad at a middle schooler? What could you have possibly done? Did he fuck all of their senior girlfriends? Did he take their homework?
How big you are, you can be 50 feet tall.
After developing a reputation for being a fighter, Ben said he joined the Russian mafia and started participating in
So he's a Mexican kung fu master who joined the Russian mafia?
Underground fighting matches.
And eventually at the age of 18, I became one of the guys in the mafia. I was named the Kid, and it was the Russian mob. I started fighting underground fights.
Wow,
Yeah.
he's telling the freaking truth. You started kicking everybody's butt.
Yeah, he was putting me in there with...
I think the interviewer knows that he's full of shit too. He's like, oh wow, cool story, dude.
Buddy, I told him, give me anybody, I'll eat their throat. I don't care who it is.
You were just a...
I was a... He was literally saying just...
My favorite part about Ben is that even though he portrays himself as a ruthless, vicious fighter, he does show his deep insecurities for his height. Standing at a mere 5'7", he justifies his height by comparing himself to some of the worst men in human history.
So then how did... Okay, you're going to fight Wemby, somebody who's 7 feet tall. You can't even reach their face. You have to throw a jab like a Roman salute. I'm not going to do it. That would be your jab. All the way up, like Elon at the Trump inauguration. You can't get a hook. You wouldn't be able to do a takedown. You could only reach his knees. A double leg would be at his calves.
Height doesn't mean anything. It's 5'6". Having longer limbs do not make you any better. You ever seen Putin? 5'6". No. Joseph Stalin? 5'7.5".
Anyways, while he was participating in underground fights at age 18, he was also arrested, which led to some prison time.
And I got arrested for something that they said that I did, and I didn't do it. And when I got out, all clean, after I spent a little bit of time in jail, I said, I'm never coming back here again.
Remember this because we would later find out why he actually went to prison, and it was much worse than fighting. After his stint behind bars, Ben says he went to China where he trained with Shaolin monks, who taught him some interesting ways to strengthen his bones.
Mexican Shaolin monks. Okay, look, there's two things that I don't really make fun of when it comes to... Man, I don't make fun of bald guys and short guys, really. Short people sometimes... But I saw yesterday was reacting to the Tate diss. There was a Rumble ad. It's like, if you're bald, here's the remedy to being. And the whole chat was speeding about like, oh wow, targeted ads. But you can't control it, you know. So that's I don't think it's fair game. Fat people, yeah, you can fix that. So it's fair game. You should be, you know, hopefully you get bullied into fixing it. But bald and short, man, you just got dealt a poor hand. You know?
Explained to me that the strongest part of the body is actually your skull. And if you train your skull for about an hour a day, bang it against the wall.
So he was bone smashing?
It becomes 4 times thicker than it really is. Which
is he the OG bone smasher?
Unstoppable and destructible.
That's Boxer Jim. Bro, those are the guys, man, they always want to box me too. Like these Boxer Jim botted Instagram Miami influencers who do coaching.
That Ben would regularly bang his head against the wall,
Jim.
because only someone who did that would manufacture this online persona by using plots from Fight Club, The Karate Kid, and Kung Fu Panda, and think that we were going to believe it. It's very clear that Ben is trying to make his childhood sound more interesting than it actually was, but he lies so much that he can't even keep track of his own contradictions. Now, it is possible that some of his story could be true, but there are so many things that contradict each other to the point where it makes it seem like everything is a lie. Firstly, he said he started his own business shortly after being released from prison and was making 50 grand a month by the time he was 20.
I like cigars, but there's something undeniably phallic about it that's just like, this looks like a vibrator. It's a cigar case, right? It looks like a mini dildo propped up on the table. And it's like you are just holding a girthy cigarette the whole time. And you got to, like, at the end of it, you get your saliva all over it, you know. But cigars are good, but at least put the cigar holder, you know, keep it in your pocket for the pod, huh?
Thus making him able to retire by age 24. But Ben has also claimed that he worked for a top secret counterterrorism unit for over 10 years.
I told you, I worked in counterterrorism for over a decade. So for me, I wasn't allowed to be even on social media or any of these things. And even today, I'm not allowed to even speak about what unit I was in, things like that for the next 5 years. I can't share it with anybody. But
so if that were true, then you wouldn't be able to even say it. You wouldn't go on this podcast and say it. What are you talking about, bro?
There's a lot of people out there that would say, now that's where I'm calling bullshit.
That's fine. Nobody cares.
And
I don't
it's
care.
convenient that you can't talk about it so no one can verify.
Well, you know, there's units that are called invisible units.
I'm not doubting you. I always give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I don't care.
But if I were to question it, I would say, well, wait a minute. At 17, you were homeless. At 18, right. 19, you were cleaning carpets. Then you got into telemarketing. Yeah, then you started doing real estate. And you started investing here and there. That was only 10 years ago. So when was the counterterrorism? And who was it for? The Israeli army?
Well, it's Israel.
How are you Mossad and Russian Mafia? Why is it always? Does it always have to be this? Does it always have to be?
In the United States, you work with both.
That's the CIA.
No. Counterterrorism is a little bit different.
Well, you had to be with somebody.
Yeah, but can't talk about who I was with. Come on.
Now, if he truly retired at age 24, then he would have...
You're a Mexican Russian Mossad spy who's doing real estate?
had to start working in this alleged counter-terrorism unit at the age of 14. This also means that he would have been working in this position while he was going to high school, fighting in underground cage matches, living with Chinese monks, and also being locked up in prison. And since we can't tell what is actually a lie and what is the truth, it's easy to assume that his lifestyle of endless riches, mansions, and sports cars are also greatly embellished. Taking a look at his personal website, Ben claims to have made his $150 million fortune selling patents. I was only able to find 2 published patents under the name of Benjamin Azoulay, both of which were filed in 2020. Even if we were to assume that both of these patents somehow sold for a grand total of $150 million, they were filed well after his 24th birthday, which he claims at that point was when he was able to retire due to his endless riches. I'm fairly certain that this is a completely different person with the same name, and Ben has no history of selling patents at all. He also claims in his biography to have had an active role in 16 different businesses that have generated $500 million in sales, as well as claiming to have won multiple awards for both bodybuilding and cage fighting. I tried to find any evidence of these claims and came up with absolutely nothing. But at the end of the day, even the most simple framing of Ben's life doesn't make sense. If he truly made $150 million and was able to retire at age 24, why is he trying to sell people a self-improvement course online? According to Ben, it's because he wants to impart his wisdom to young men and help them become strong and successful like he claims to be.
There's nothing that could impress me. I don't care if you have a Bugatti, you have a private jet, you have a yacht. I've seen it all. I don't care for it. I care for people now. And what I do for many years now is coach people, help guys not to go through the things that I went through. You could be a strong man. You could be a tough guy. You could be an alpha, but you gotta do it right.
This sentiment, as nice as it sounds, doesn't hold much weight. Someone who made $150 million would not be selling a course. The course he's selling is funding the mansions, cars, and lifestyle he portrays. But there is one thing Ben is telling the truth about. He did in fact spend time in prison, although he hasn't been fully honest about how he ended up there. A YouTuber named John Bravo Films was able to uncover court documents revealing that Ben was sentenced to prison after he, his brother, and his friends took turns brutally assaulting a 15-year-old girl while she was intoxicated. Without getting into specifics, the court documents tell an unbelievably violent and graphic story.
Let's see, heinous violation, inter alia. They have redacted they redacted this like the Epstein list. Emotional distress.
That resulted in the young girl becoming both mentally and physically scarred from the event. Once the girl was able to escape.
It makes sense, you know, a pedo from Israel. It's not the first time, you know. If they get caught, you can go to Israel and they won't extradite you.
The men, she called the police and the 3 were arrested. Ben was 18 years old and thus tried as an adult. He also admitted his guilt in open court. Ben vehemently denied all of the information that John Bravo revealed and responded exactly how you would expect him to. He basically said he is being canceled by the Matrix.
Now it looks like I pissed off a lot of people, guys. A lot of people. So many because I became so influential so quick. And I'm literally one of the most talked about influencers in the world today, that I got to the point that they're putting out a lot of false information about me. A lot of bullshit. But you see, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna say this. It looks like the Matrix is attacking me.
But the pressure from those online was too big for Ben to ignore, so he further elaborated in a now deleted video where he claims the entire situation was made up. He claims that the girl in question filed a $15 million lawsuit, and rather than spending hundreds of thousands in lawyers' fees, they settled for a much smaller amount under the agreement that he pled guilty. The story completely contradicts what is verifiably written in the court documents, as they directly claim that the nurses observed physical signs of SA all over the girl's body. Unsatisfied with his response, John Bravo continued exposing Ben, revealing that this was not even the first time Ben was charged with SA. The court documents clearly state that Ben and his brother Dylan had a past history of charges for SAing underage intoxicated girls. King Azoulay has continued to try and define exactly what really happened, but whenever he clarifies...
The court is the Matrix. The Matrix! The judge attacked him. The judge was a feminist leftist. The judge was a British spy. A British spy.
Things, it doesn't exactly make him look better.
I was never convicted of
I was convicted of oral copulation with a minor. I was 18, she was under 18. And I agreed to take a plea deal that I got a job from her. They were trying to teach me a lesson because a year before that, when I was underage, I had a fight with my ex-girlfriend. She cheated on me. I got hell of upset and I smacked her in the back of the head.
Recently, he has accused his most prominent detractors, including John Bravo, of hiring a hitman to take out his mother.
But these men are not the ones that I worried about so much. It's about this email that I received this morning. An email that sounds like it's coming from a hitman. This kind of an email describes exactly what they're going to do to my mother.
The email Ben shows is almost certainly completely fabricated, coming from an email address that doesn't even exist, meaning...
Bro, he wrote that. What? That's him and ChatGPT.
Ben made this entire thing up just to paint himself as the victim. Now, whatever credibility he has left is certainly gone, and still to this day, Ben is trying to rebrand from being known as a fraud and a violent abuser, much like Wes Watson, who
maybe he's innocent. Maybe he's... I don't know him. I don't know the facts. I don't know the facts. All right, maybe. Chad, you want to free him? There's some people that like they commit so much if they get caught to doubling and tripling down. It's like almost impressive how they're able to fabricate that. He's your red pill brother, okay.
Once seen as the example of how an ex-convict can truly turn their life around to now facing charges that could land him back behind bars. When Wes Watson first started posting content back in 2019, his videos mainly focused on his time spent in federal prison. Wes claims that he started selling weed during his teenage years and was making up to $40,000 a week. Although Wes has given various different versions of this story, so that's just a rough estimate.
At 11. How do you Oh man, I had this shirt and I'm so glad I gave it to Cass for Christmas. I'm so glad I chose that. It's an expensive shirt, but looking at this, I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. I don't need that in my closet. How do you sell 40K of weed a week? That's you would have to sell it to a dispensary. There's no way you'd be able to make that much, cover that much ground in a week. People aren't smoking that much weed. That's impossible.
I just started hustling. By the time I was 16, I went and bought a truck at like a lifted Z71 cash, like 50 grand. I had hundreds of thousands of dollars at 15, 16. I started smoking weed at like 13 or 12. By the time I was 14 or 15, the natural progression was to start slanging.
And despite selling what he describes as a large amount of product, he managed to avoid the law for a long time. That was until a fateful night in November of 2009 where Wes physically assaulted a man after a drug deal that had gone wrong. Notably, Wes was not actually involved in the deal itself, but rather serving as more of a low-level grunt called in after the deal fell through. Not exactly the hotshot kingpin he claims he was.
In the chat said if you know that many dealers as possible, well, at that point you're not a drug dealer. You're just like you would have to be straight out of Mexico. You'd have to be a cartel member with connections to the farms. You'd have to know the suppliers from the source.
What is true is that Wes spent nearly a decade in prison, and stories he told from his time locked up brought him almost immediate success on YouTube. In under half a year since his first upload, Wes was already able to get 250,000 subscribers. And during the pandemic, Wes had a unique opportunity and began creating more motivational content to help people increase their mental fortitude and physical fitness while trapped at home. This is when Wes began offering what he describes as self-mastery programs, which sought to teach young men how to hone in their physical strength, business capabilities, and mindset. Thanks to programs like this, Wes claims that he now makes an average of $3 million per month.
Like, you don't make $1 million a month, you make a third of what I make a month. If you make $1 million a month, I can't respect someone who's doing a third of me financially. I can respect a guy whose yacht is in $300 million. He murdered me. I have to understand what he did.
Although we have no way to verify how much money he was actually making, what I can say for sure is any businessman who was making $3 million per month would absolutely respect and listen to the advice of another businessman who was making $1 million per month. Despite his arrogance, Wes was relatively respected in the early days of his content creation career. His videos served as a cautionary tale of just how brutal and unforgiving spending time in federal prison can be. Wes sold himself as a man who learned from his mistakes and was trying to teach other people lessons that he had to learn the hard way. In particular, Wes has claimed that his anger issues were the catalyst for many of his problems.
My biggest vice is anger. I have a problem with it. It's the biggest battle of my life. These vices hold us from everything, all our dreams, everything we could ever possibly just gather up and love for.
How is an emotion your vice? Isn't it? Vices are like cocaine or video games, jerking off. Anger?
our lives. Our vices are holding us from it.
Of course, Wes put on the persona that he was a changed man, and now found healthy ways to deal with his anger.
I don't fall victim to my old vices, the drugs, the negative shit, the anger. I don't fall victim to it no more. I've done so good on my anger lately too. I'm so proud of it. You guys, you have to drop all this shit and not drag your family through the mud.
But this didn't seem to be the case, as conflicts in his personal life made it to the public eye, and they showed that Wes hadn't really changed at all, particularly when Valerie Watson, Wes's now ex-wife, posted a video to social media.
She got like the little peep tattoos, man. She got the little skies. Remember, this was really popular 2017?
Valerie Watson, Wes's now ex-wife, posted a video to social media accusing her husband of both physical and emotional abuse.
I literally have held my tongue for way too long to protect him.
Literally? I don't know if that's alright.
It's not happening anymore. He's physically hurt me so many times that it's unforgivable. And I do have a video of Wes charging at me and has put like a knife to my face and literally have told me, like, has threatened to kill me.
Valerie also specifically emphasizes that the person Wes portrays himself to be online is a lie, and that he did not.
Yeah, Clav always says take steroids. He tells me that I should take TRT and stuff. I don't want that emotional irregularity. There's so many reasons why I don't want to go on steroids. One, you could still develop it naturally, and it's pretty easy to get an above average testosterone level. Two, it's like you look at people who take tren and they have the emotional instability of a woman, right? What separates men from women is that they're able to operate off of logic instead of emotion. Tren will turn you into, like, if women cry all the time, people on tren are just spazzing and angry all the time.
Not follow the same rules and principles he promoted to his audience. She also included pictures of her bloodied hand and bruised arms, implying that Wes had directly caused the injuries. Then again, it is possible that he had a jealous ex who was just trying to make up stories because he was becoming successful and popular online. That is for sure what Wes's fanbase thought, which is why this wasn't the final nail in the coffin for his career. And over the next few years, more information would come out about Wes that essentially proved to his detractors that his whole life was a hoax. His mega mansion, which he claimed—
It's a short list, is also the infertile thing. There's, you know, that you have to take it forever. I would not want to take any medication that you have to take forever, right? They say you could take minoxidil to prevent hair loss, but you have to take it forever because if you stop taking it, then your hair just falls out immediately again.
To have purchased was not actually his. The property was listed for rent at $65,000 a month in October of 2022, and the listing was removed a month later in November, right before he uploaded his vlog showing off the property. His Bugatti Chiron, he also does not own. Even his girlfriends, and I'm not joking, are literally rented. Wes was exposed for hiring a female escort for $200 an hour and pretending that she was his actual girlfriend. His house is rented, his cars are rented.
$200 an hour is not a bad price, actually, to be honest with you. The return on investment you can get from that, from image and everything, if you get a baddie, $200 an hour? Yeah. A lot of real girlfriends that cost more than that.
And even his girlfriends are rented, which doesn't mean that he is secretly broke. It's just clear he isn't exactly the business mogul he claims to be. If Wes had taken the money he's been wasting on overpriced cars and homes for Instagram and actually invested it, he could have actually owned real assets by now. A large property, maybe not supercars, but still expensive luxury cars. But he didn't do that because Wes is creating the illusion of success to sell more courses and—
I've been here. You know this B&B? Man, I'm so glad that I moved out of Miami.
More courses.
Bro, this is the B&B that me, Fuzi, that's the Lil Pump B&B, right? Remember the birthday party? One of the last Fuzi streams in 23? A legendary kick stream. Is this not the same?
Creating the illusion of success to sell more courses and coaching to people who don't understand what real success is, which is, I have to admit, ironically a good business strategy. The problem is this relies on the customer lacking intelligence and desperately wanting a role model, and thus paying a con artist with deep insecurities. He even lies about his height. Despite being listed as 5'8" in court documents, Wes gets furious when anyone suggests he's shorter than 6 feet tall.
How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. When we went into medical, when I was booked, I was 6 foot 252. And I said, why the f does my paperwork say 5'8", 230? That's the eyeball of the—
Again, that's why I'm not going to ever— you'll pretty much never see me make fun of people who are bald or people who are short. Because, man, it cuts too deep for so many people, man. It feels like— it makes you— you know, I want to say bullying, but it's just, you know.
Arresting officer.
To make matters worse, he literally uses special insoles to boost his height, and he does a terrible job at hiding it. Wes has such a hard time keeping track of his lies that the alpha womanizer admitted to being bisexual during an interview.
I was in a Q&A on the way here. Someone said, skinny or thick chicks? I'm like, I like them skinny thick. You know, what the f you mean? Like, everything's like that for me. They're like, are you straight or are you this? I'm everything. I'm not just one or the other.
And despite portraying himself as a stoic yet intense tough guy who learned from his mistakes and can now control his anger, Wes's temper was completely out of control. Violent violently threatening anyone who had a different opinion than him.
Remember this one?
Are you saying that your Bugatti and your money and everything else is worth more than your children?
Like, my dad's a superhero. Look what he brought to the table. Look how hard this guy works. He came from nothing to this.
This table is so this panel's so Miami, bro. Oh my god! I remember I was hanging out with Andrew Wilson when he went to do this. We went to the gun range after. It was the first time I met him, and he was telling me about the situation. Man, yeah, Miami is like this. It's like a Louis Vuitton shirt, you know, sleeve tattoos, Tren, a big chain, and botted IG.
Yeah.
He works. God damn it.
You're still whining. Stop whining.
That is
just
a
make an
product.
Thanks for the super chat.
Smack
God
your
fortune
fat
tells.
ass.
So you're
Look
Let's
at
just-
your goddamn self.
Okay, well,
I've never seen such a pathetic motherfucker.
Okay, well,
let's chill out a little bit, man, a little bit.
This is not what men
Let's let
look
him,
like.
let's let him
What do they
finish
look
his
like?
point.
What do they look like? Bald prisoners?
Like many of these alpha males, Wes also had a habit of challenging other men to fights whenever he felt slighted by them, leading up to an altercation that would change his life forever. Now, the nature of this video is extremely graphic and cannot be shown on YouTube, but footage of Wes violently beating up another man would be leaked by John Bravo, in which we can see Wes hit the man with a weightlifting belt, then him and his friends pin the man down and endlessly hurl punches at his head and even kick him in the face multiple times. The man in question would press charges, leading Wes to be arrested for felony assault and battery. He is now facing up to 25 years in prison. Ironically, Wes is now right back where he started, and potentially may find himself behind bars once
I swear I just saw him in a stream. Is he in jail now for this? You guys are saying Red Pill is dead. Yeah, I know. It's just, look, a lot of this stuff is important. Again, I'll reiterate it, but it's like, man, it's just dominated by so many people that are able to abuse it, you know? So, I just, this video is kind of proving
recently, he has restricted or completely disabled his comment sections on all of his social media accounts.
To be fair, the guy came to the gym to provoke. Yeah, I know, but you slam a dumbbell on his head? Did he beat the case?
Going to show just how fragile his ego really is. Worst of all, his reputation is so destroyed that the only people who are willing to collaborate with him are people
Hey! Let's go! Oh! It made an appearance.
like Jack Doherty and the Island Boys. Wes is a perfect example of someone who would have greatly benefited from following his own advice, just like the Liver King, who had a psychotic meltdown after being exposed for not living the lifestyle he promoted. Brian Johnson, better known as the Liver King, was a divisive figure from the very beginning of his career. His claim to fame was the promotion of what he calls the ancestral lifestyle, which sought to replicate the daily routine of our ancient human ancestors. This meant consuming a diet of foods like raw liver, raw bone marrow, and even raw bull testicles. His ancestral lifestyle also applied to his workout routines.
This guy crashed out too, and he was trying to stalk Joe Rogan and fight him in the street. Okay, so did the other guy go to prison? Someone tell me. Did he go to jail? Yes or no? Is he out? Is he free? And what about the Liver King? What happened to him too? Liver King's my hero. No, he's out. Yo, what up, Conflog? I called you yesterday you at the helicopter. You didn't respond. What's going on now?
That's a big nigga I'm talking to right now. Don't make it too hot, nigga. Yo, what's good, bro? What are you doing?
What's going on? I'm chilling. I'm streaming. What you on?
Bro, I'm doing the same shit, nigga. I'm about to go to a hood. I'm about to go buy all red and then go to the hood. What you think?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nigga, I'm getting marketing. I want to go viral. You feel me? I want to leave New York viral. You know what I'm saying?
You've had some good streams. You're on the bike. You had the guy in the diaper. You're putting in work. You have a production team. You need to go viral for crash out content?
Yes.
You feeling oppy today? You feeling mixy? What's going on?
I'm feeling oppy, nigga. Like, word of Braun, feeling mad oppy right now. I was trying to slide on you, though. Like, you moving mad oppy, nigga.
It's just, I don't know. Why do you do this? I called you yesterday and you didn't respond.
Nigga, because I was doing something. I didn't even see your call until later.
Okay, so
though, I could pull up on you today, though. What's the word?
Okay, aren't you doing your oppy stream? Like, what's going on?
No, I'm gonna shoot this music video. I'm gonna shoot this music video, and then I could pull up on you.
All right, let me know when you're done.
Later tonight. All right, bet. Wait, can my black friends come or no?
What do you think?
Okay. All right.
Oh, Conflock.
Which were designed to simulate the physical strain that...
Chad, would you let a bunch of YNs you don't know into your into your apartment? Yes or no? Like, dude, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not letting a bunch of... He's saying he's going to the hood right now dressed in red, and he's hanging out. I don't know who these people are. I'm not... Why? No.
ancient hunter-gatherer would experience during a hunt. Now, the idea of eating bull nuts already made the Liver King a giant meme, but those more familiar with health and fitness believe that Brian was not entirely honest about his ancestral way of living.
There's nothing ancestral about this guy. He's training with high-tech equipment, training properly, progressive overload. I'm gonna spoil it right now. I don't think he's natural. Don't believe that. And for all the haters,
really
I want to
convinced a lot of people for a while that he was actually getting jacked from liver and not a bunch of tren. I think a lot of people did fall for that.
Believe that there's more than a 50% chance that he's on PEDs.
Brian emphasized a natural and organic lifestyle more than the average fitness influencer, so the idea of him potentially using performance-enhancing drugs would be a much greater scandal than average. Of course, Brian was well aware of this and always rejected the idea that he was using steroids.
Other than the fact that you have a body that you have earned on your own, are you against steroids?
This is what I'll say. I care in the most positive way, because when somebody says, hey man, you're on steroids, and they've been saying this for 20 or 30 years. I've been working out since I was 8. So as I was in high school, hey man, you're on steroids. This is a great compliment.
There's a lot of subprimals that are convinced that Liver King is taking steroids.
Is Liver King natty?
Do you think if I was on steroids, I would have these appendages down here, these legs?
Have legs?
Do you see how little my legs are? When I was in college, I weighed 175 pounds and I was single-digit body fat. I started working out about 8 or 9 years old. I had already been working out for, 10 or 12 years. So now I'm 45 and I've gained less than 1 pound a year over 25 years. So this is what I say to people that make this accurate.
To be honest, he doesn't look that bad for 45. Later on, his face got a little wrinkly, but like right here, 45 years old, just fucking spamming that tren, needle in the ass, not bad.
If you don't believe this is
Convy's black friend dissed you. Uh-oh. Which one? Baller? Which one of, which one? Hold on. I can't fucking see the clip. Uh-oh. Why? Because I didn't want him to come to my crib?
Yo.
That's what happened.
For now, yo. You gotta get that motion up.
Bro, he can come by himself.
Randoms, JJ's hard. Now you're gonna forever be.
Whoa, you're not about to talk about the man SNEAKO like that, you hear me?
W Combi.
You want a SNEAKO collab?
No, JJ, you be quiet like an hour in the room.
You got the black ball.
Hey, W Combi for Slider. Could someone translate? I couldn't hear what he was saying. Well, he doesn't want to collab with me? That's fine. That's not really a diss. Unless he said something. But yeah, dude, I can't bring like randoms in my... Oh, SNEAKO or random? Oh, okay. All right. I mean, sure. Okay.
It's possible. Then I suggest that you take that self-limiting belief, you put that shit in a box, and you bury that next to all your embarrassing shit, and don't open your mouth about it. Let that live with you. Don't let that live with somebody else.
Notice how he never responds to the question with no. He only did outright deny his usage briefly one time on No Jumper.
So again, for the record, I've never taken steroids. I'm thinking about doing it.
Despite this, very few were actually convinced that he was natural. And when you think about it, hardly anything about Brian's life was ancestral to begin with. He lives in a modern house and posts on social media every day. Not to mention that he uses real weights, modern workout routines, and even a hyperbaric chamber to maintain his figure, all of which ancient humans never had. Plus his seemingly endless supply of supplements. I mean, just look at him compared to actual people living a tribal lifestyle. They simply look nothing like him. It's amazing what this primal ancestral diet can do for the human body. As you can see, these African hunters all share the same physique as Liver King. People had good reason to be skeptical, but without definitive proof, Liver King could have just been an anomaly. This would change when he was exposed in a series of leaked emails by a fitness YouTuber named Derek, better known as More Plates, More Dates. These emails were sent before Brian's internet fame and show him consulting with a bodybuilding coach on how to improve his physique with the use of performance-enhancing drugs. He notably emphasizes the importance of fine-tuning his regimen in preparation for a social media campaign to grow his following, and lists out his current stack of performance-enhancing drugs. We also get a look at blood work results that Brian shows in relation to his drug usage. Most damning, however, was the revelation that Brian had actually previously reached out to Derek, requesting fitness coaching, and personally revealed his PED usage.
I need to get shredded, have more energy, and get my brain.
Hey, to be honest, if you're a coach or something like this, you shouldn't release stuff like that. If you're, that's the sort of confidentiality. I get that he was lying publicly about it. This is the type of stuff you should keep private. You know what's fun? I know so many people. Oh, Adam22 is calling me. Hold on. Yo, Adam, I'm on stream right now. I was just watching a video. They brought up your interview with Liver King. How you doing?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Good. Are you training? You got your fight pretty soon.
Yeah, I've been training every day, but I got a day off tomorrow, thank God, because I'm fucking hurting, bro.
How's your cardio doing?
I mean, it's pretty good, but also it's kind of like, holy shit, my cardio, you start to really, like, see what your cardio is actually like, And it's kind of like, oh, fuck. Like, even if it's all right, like, bro, throwing punches and, like, dancing all over that ring and shit, even just in training, is so crazy.
Wait, what is that in your hand? Are you making a yo-yo or a dildo? I couldn't see it quite clearly.
I had, like, 5 or 6 kendamas that all got, like, insanely tangled together. And basically, it's like, I'm trying to fucking untangle them so that I don't have to, like, cut one of the strings. And it's basically, like, one of those, like, puzzles that you like see in the mall or like at a puzzle store or whatever. So I'm kind of doing that, but that's all right.
Are you nervous about the fight? Because I think you're the underdog. I haven't checked I'm not a gambling dude, but are you the underdog in this fight?
SNEAKO, you know the white man will always be the underdog.
Yeah, it's not fair. The white you need to represent white. Stand up for your race right now. I'm looking forward to seeing you get in there.
Bro, one of Wax homies just made me like a shirt, and on the back. And this is a black dude. He made me a shirt that says "The White Truth," and then it says "Love," like Jason Love, and it has like an anti-sign around it. And yeah, that was the first time I thought like, oh shit, like, is this a battle of the races? Because I feel like there's probably a reason why like Nick Fuentes is not getting behind me, because he's probably trying to hedge his bets.
I mean, you're one of the white dudes. You have so many tattoos that I forget about your race constantly. It seems like it came back in the past 2 years with all this race talk.
I mean, I'm so in the streets that it's kind of hard to forget that I'm a white guy, yeah.
Right. Keep getting called a Haitian brownoid every day. I was Chinese my whole life, and now I'm black.
I mean, yeah, you and Nick are like the same thing, where it's like you're not genetically white, but you're like kind of standing on business for white people, which, you know, I mean, I'm not some like race science guy or whatever, but it is true that like the white man has kind of been, you know, treated unfairly, I think, in this country over the last few years, and I think we're like right now kind of resolving a lot of that. But
what you think you consider me a spokesperson for the white race?
I mean, not the way Nick is, but you know, you're in that category, I think.
Every day I hear something new. It's like they were calling me a communist, Haitian, sticking up for Arabs, and whatever. All right, did you quit weed? I don't want to farm you too much.
No, I did actually, bro. Like, and what's actually crazy about it is that I quit weed like 3 weeks before I got offered this fight. So I think I'm on like almost 2 months of not smoking weed. I do have like a vape pen, but I don't use it except like at night. I'll hit it like a couple times before I go to bed, just because weed has always like helped me sleep a lot. So I feel like at some point I want to stop doing that as well. But for now, that's kind of holding me over.
Okay. Well, best of luck. I might show up. They asked me to come down to Miami, so we'll see if I could pop by.
Bro, I have a guess that I like actually probably shouldn't tell anyone that they're coming, and for sure I'm not about to say it on stream.
Oh.
But if you don't come, you're gonna regret it, because this might be really one for the record books, bud.
Riley Reid?
Picture someone like 1,000 times more famous than Riley Reid. Shout out to Riley Reid.
Drake?
I don't know. Drake is good friends with Aiden. You never know.
It's not Drake. I don't know. I don't know who you're. They're saying it's Vlad. I don't know. Well, good luck. Wait, when is Brand Risk? Are you? Yeah, when?
The 23rd.
The 20. Oh, it's in a while.
Well, I mean, when you're training for a boxing match, it doesn't feel that far, but yeah, dude, I'm actually excited because this shit, like, I'm so glad I stopped smoking weed before this, because I would have had to stop smoking anyway, but I'm like, yeah, I'm over the weed thing. Like, occasional gummy thing, I don't know why I was breathing in all that tobacco and weed for all those years, because, like, literally the worst thing you can do for your, body is just breathing in burning carcinogens into your lungs. So, I mean, I did 15 years of smoking every day, and I'm just so glad that I'm done with it. It feels like when I quit drinking alcohol and doing other drugs in, like, 2019,
Yeah, I quit cigarettes for 2026. It's day 8. Day 8, no cigs.
How's that going? Is it hard? Because for me, quitting weed, honestly, not that hard.
Nah, I quit weed. When you remember you came to my Brooklyn apartment, right then, I quit weed like a month before that. I was smoking every day. It's never hard for me to quit anything. People were like telling me to get hypnotists and stuff. It's been light work. It's always easy.
Yeah. For me, it really wasn't that crazy. Like, it just kind of fell into place. It worked out. But, yo, shout out to the whole SNEAKO community. What do they call it now? A calm? Shout out to the calm.
Yeah, the love speech calm.
I never even heard that term until, like, the other day.
Well, they keep saying, oh, calm. Yeah. Well, You're getting more involved in it. Let me know if you're gonna be training soon. Maybe I could we can get some work in off stream or something.
Let's do it. If you're in LA, let me know, and you can pull up to the boxing gym.
All right. Good luck in the fight. I'll talk to you soon.
Much love, bro.
Love. He's a good guy, man, and he clearly, I see people are saying stuff about him. He does care about his kids. I really like people who are fathers and they care about their family.
Working better, but I overtrain approximately 12 to 14 workouts a week and can't stop. I played around with peptides and would like to explore real GH like Omnitrope and others. I sleep well, eat well. I even have a hard shell hyperbaric oxygen therapy, presumably cold plunge, sauna, etc. at my house. I need next level, which is why I'm reaching out. Can you reassure me that all information discussed, wish confidential, presumably will be held confidential?
What once was likely an assumption was now the truth.
You and Adam should start a pod and call it The Corner. Somebody ban that guy. I'm going to time you out for a second for that. I'm actually going to pause this video and fine you. You gotta put in timeout for a second. Yeah, let's give you. How do I ban you? Oh yeah, you gotta be in a timeout. Let's see. Timeout. Let's give you. Yeah, sit for 5 minutes. Think about what you said. Think about what you said.
Truth. The Liver King was lying about his entire online persona. He claimed that his body was achievable through the implementation of his ancestral lifestyle and sold many on the lie that they could look like him if they followed his system. But now his system looked like a massive joke and he had no choice but to confess. Brian's apology seems genuine on the surface. However, he continues to lie about many of the circumstances that led him to this point. He claims that he never intended to become an internet sensation and as a result mishandled his online persona. This narrative relies on you not knowing that Brian openly admitted that he was trying to reach 1 million followers in leaked emails before he even started his social media journey. He then goes on to claim that the Liver King persona was a social experiment aimed to inspire others to adopt healthier lifestyles, even if Brian himself was not personally following the same rulebook.
What? How you get exposed for doing steroids and now it's about suicide? Huh? Infertility, that's what you get by taking steroids, bro. Huh?
He's trying so hard to build a bridge between depressive individuals and his steroid addiction, LMAO. Brian's reputation was completely shattered. Nobody believed Brian's sob stories or deeper motivations, and thus his reputation was completely shattered. He was now nothing more than a complete laughingstock of the internet. While he attempted to return to normalcy following his expose, Brian began to rot as the months went.
Whoa, Dan Bongino reposted me? Uh-oh. Wow. Dave Smith had on anti-Semitic moron SNEAKO so they could smear and attack Erica Kirk together. This isn't a substantive critique of a TPUSA action or a position she took. It's just personal smears aimed at a grieving widow. Scumbags. See, they're trying to make it seem... There's a lot of things to touch on. This guy's like a... I think he's a dual citizen Israeli who's always... he's attacked me a lot or like whatever. I don't really care. But if you're going to try to use like the Erica Kirk victim card after everybody's making fun of her for twerking with fireworks at every stadium in the country, you're mistaken. People are seeing through this. Not only did her father work for Raytheon and was a research director for missiles contracted to Israel, but it's just suspicious on its own. It's just weird. It's just weird how many stadium tours she's doing. And on stage next to Nicki Minaj, who Charlie Kirk himself said was a terrible influence for young black girls. Third, Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino. Retweeting smears about me. Release the Epstein files, bro. Your whole platform was about how important it was and how Epstein didn't kill himself. Then you go and work for the FBI. Then you leave and you go back to podcasting and you forgot everything you said. What's your platform really about? What was all that redacted list about? You're going to attack me and tweet, oh my God, he's attacking a widow. You're protecting pedophiles, aren't you? You're protecting the biggest blackmail operation in the world. And you're going to say, you're going to go back to regular podcasting, and if people call you a Fed, that's a crazy thing to say. You just were a Fed like a month ago. What are you going to make a podcast about now? What are you going to talk about? Transgenders? Identity politics? What's your platform now? Face a Rumble, you get 150,000 views. You're plugging in all the boomers to conservative slop. Release the Epstein list. release the Epstein list? Or does it implicate the people that you're in bed with? Or does it implicate Israel? We know why. The more you keep trying to cope and, oh my God, he's anti-Semitic. He's anti-Semitic. The more you just seem guilty of hiding what we all know is true. Epstein clearly had Israeli connections. Ehud Barak was at his estate in Manhattan. Ghislaine Maxwell, his top girlfriend, the bottom bitch of his pimp routine to get girls. Her father was Robert Maxwell when he was Mossad. He was financed by Les Wexner, one of the richest Zionists in America. Did he work for Qatar? Dan Bongino, what are you going to say? That it was foreign influence. It could have been Qatar. What if it was Vietnam? Really? Really? I know a lot of those boomers that consume that slop about, two genders. They might fall for it, but the future of America isn't. So, look, man, I'm not too upset about your attack. Just release the list, man. Just get it over with. I don't know how you sleep with yourself at night. I don't know how you go to bed. Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino. Wait a second. Let me go to his Twitter. Oh, he follows me too. What the fuck, bro? Wait, what? Dan! You're my mutual! He looks like what those Miami scammers that we're reacting to right now, doesn't he? Oh, and he's retweeting Chris Pavlovsky. Rumble's the best. Rumble. Oh, now he's attacking Dave Smith. Okay, he's hitting back at Dave Smith. The fact that you're using this Israeli's post shows you're a retarded propagandist. It's just so obvious, dude. Dave is Jewish. SNEAKO is part Jewish. This is slanderous claim to call him anti-Semitic. You know what's funny, too? That attack, they're calling me anti-Semitic. Dave Smith, the person I'm talking to, in that clip is literally Jewish.
Allahu Akbar!
And he said it like 5 times in that show. Everybody knows he's Jewish. I'm part Jewish. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Okay, let's go back to this video. This is a good video.
Both physically and mentally. He notably lost a decent portion of muscle mass due to temporarily quitting the use of drugs to enhance his physique. But more fascinating was his extreme mental decline, in which he broadcasted for the entire world to see. People noticed his erratic behavior as he posted countless videos of himself nonsensically rambling.
Break, victory, champion. I like to win in life, or if you'd rather be one of those, It was nice to meet you.
His content evolved into nothing more than an archive of directionless vlogs, filled almost entirely of dead air, only broken up with more incoherent ramblings. Brian had clearly lost his mind, although things would reach a boiling point when he was arrested for making death threats towards one of the largest podcasters on the planet. You see, Brian has an unnatural obsession with Joe Rogan, which was apparent long before he began showing any signs of mental decline. Joe even acknowledged that Brian had...
Calvin said, OMG, you're cooking. This is why I watch you. Okay, what do you want? You want to do the back and forth thing? Oh my God! Wow, you think I'm political? You monkey! Blah blah blah. This is your family. Oh, your baby mama, your girlfriend. Blah blah blah. Oh, you look like this. I look like that. Oh, rah! Okay, just imagine that I did it, and I just don't feel like doing it.
Frequently made attempts to appear on his podcast, although was never offered an invitation.
One of them came up to me in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of my security guards stopped him. He was like, I'm a producer for the Liver King. I'm like, what the f*** do you produce? What are you producing?
Like, how many UFC events did he try and cozy up?
He was front row at one of my shows in Vegas. Yeah, and then I saw him again at the Canelo fight. He was trying really hard to get on the podcast. And he's been trying really hard to get on now. He contacted a few friends of mine, and some of them that have, like Bert Kreischer, that had him on the show.
Yeah, he told me he's trying to get on.
Yeah, for what? For what? Say that more? Like, come on, this is dumb, man. You ran a con game, and you got busted.
Joe Rogan's disapproval cut Brian deep.
Coffin said XQC beat you in debate. Dude, how bored are you? Go live, bro. Go live. Go let white girls call you the hard R and monkey, bro. Like, let's get some content. Go spark up. You're back home. You don't need to do IRLs. You don't need to tap dance on Aiden's stream anymore. Just spark up. What are you doing in my chat, man? You hate my content. You rather go with Gorlock. I'm political. I'm Quilly. Oh my God, Seago's so Quilly. He's so Quilly. All right, I don't tap dance enough. Just spark up, man. Why are you in here? I'm doing my political yap. I'm doing my thing. I'm clip farming Dan Bongino, the FBI director. You see what I'm doing right now? There's things going on. I got the FBI, former FBI director calling me anti-Semitic. I'm fighting the Matrix. I'm on the front lines of the Matrix, and you want me to tap dance like the rest of the... I got to do the whoa. I got to do that with everybody else. Like, no, man. And by the way, Halalko is the #1 clipper on Kick right now. #1 clipper on Kick in a week. We're applying pressure out here, regardless, without doing pure brain rot.
Deeply. However, those feelings would devolve into full-blown hatred as his mental health declined further. Brian truly hit rock bottom shortly after the release of a Netflix documentary series about his rise and fall. After a break from the internet...
You got blank banned? Unbanned? Who are you talking about?
Brian returned looking more disheveled than ever before, with his face caked in dirt, twigs sticking out of his hair, and multiple wounds on his nose and eyebrow. In this video, he acknowledges 3 entities who he believes...
Can you be quiet? I'm in social studies class. Can you continue teaching? Okay. Yes, learning stuff's hard. Why are you talking about something real? Chat, should I just oil up and run on a treadmill? What if I just flap my tits, oil up, wave a swastika behind me, and say the hard R? Can I do that? Let me do AI faces of Diddy and Epstein and Hassan. Let me do an AI face. And he's saying, haha. Okay, now I made him laugh. All right. Go live, bro.
Trying to destroy his life. These 3 individuals are likely...
Yo, Cuff, did you see that picture? Steezy was walking around and he saw you on the street. I got Udas. I got Udas in New York. I got Udas outside. You said I'm boring. You said I'm gola. I got the Udas on the street. They see you on a block. They're everywhere. They spotted you. You come to my city. You got to check in. My YNs is outside. What a bro. What a bro. Oh, you got that camera? Stole that shit. You don't know what to do with that. Give me that. Give me that. You don't know what to do with that.
Documentary's creator, More Plates, More Dates, and Joe Rogan. Now he was on a personal vendetta to get revenge on those he believes have wronged him. Brian began openly threatening Joe Rogan, challenging him to a fight and graphically explaining how he would do it.
What I'm hoping is that you, Joe Rogan, are thinking, I'm gonna choke.
He said he took a pic. I was shooting a music vid. I had a grip on me. He saw. Well, nice job stitching on yourself. You got 7 years in New York for that. Unregistered firearm. That's an automatic 7 years. I don't know why you're ratting on yourself in the Kick chat, but hey, but I don't know where you. First off, you don't have a burner. Second off, if you did, you got it from some YN in Jersey. It was not. Just say you're joking, bro, because that's like he's joking. Rather get caught with it than without it. Bro, you don't have ops. You don't have ops. Who are your ops? Oh, wait. All right, TJ? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That mother...
Lil TJ, he's not my friend. Lil TJ, he's not my friend, all right? Aiden Ross is my friend, and that's his favorite tap dancer, so by proximity, we're like around each other, but we don't have any relations, okay? Yo, Highbridge, Bronx, South by... No, nothing, all right? Nothing. Okay, I'm not going to make a chips and guac joke. That's not... Nope. No beef. Civilian.
Choke him out. And I kind of hope that if you win, that's how it happens. You won't feel me tap. That's never happening, tapping. Shame on you. I'm going to make you pay. I am going to actually make you pay.
My name's Liberty. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you.
When Andrew Tate lost, did you feel let down by Dada? Okay, dude, how many more times do I have to keep reading your chats? Can I focus on this video? I'm trying to farm a YouTube reaction video, okay? Like... I don't take a gambling deal, so I need to make money from YouTube AdSense. I farm YouTube reaction videos. This is what I do. This is how... And you're interrupting the flow right now. Do you think that the YouTube person watching this video a week from now cares about this? You need to get up to date. Look, go to my second... You're behind on the lore. The Matrix made him lose. Okay, I'm just ignoring.
Whenever you're ready to go.
Because Joe Rogan...
He doesn't know the lore, chat.
Make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love because what happens next to you, you're going to need to...
Okay, Liver King's born. Let's go to Clav. I could skip this guy. It looks like the rest of them. What did he... Okay, here we go. Oh, look, I'm in this video. I made it.
Insecurities even further, like Clavicular, the teenage gym bro who literally does meth to maintain his appearance. Most internet alphas tend to focus on the importance of financial enrichment and physical...
Yo, cuff him. Did you never take your glasses off after... Clav gave you a looks maxing review and he said, keep the glasses on. Is that why you always wear glasses now? Are those even prescription? Or are they just goggles? Are they face coverers?
Prowess. But let's be honest, the reason why young men want to improve themselves a lot of the times is to get girls. 19-year-old Braden Peters, aka Clavicular, has leaned into this particular aspect of self-improvement, promoting what many refer to as looks-maxing. Looks-maxing aims to improve one's appearance to its ultimate potential. This can involve very harmless acts like getting a good haircut and having a skincare routine or dressing well. However, individuals like Clavicular take it to a much more extreme level. He promotes a plethora of different methods to improve your looks that are extremely dangerous, such...
Well, not that dangerous. He told Cuffham, keep your glasses on. Said, nigga, I'm blind. Bro, shit, bro, you be blinding bitches on Monkey.
as bone smashing.
I've been bone smashing for about 2 years, and I have gotten improvements. I used to have bone smash for about 2 years from this point, pretty much every day consistently, and now I'm got some tissue.
As insane as doing something like this is, it pales in comparison to the other advice he gives, like the usage
I'm farming right now. I hope like you guys don't think that I care or anything. Like, don't do the thing where you clip farm, say sneak this and stuff. Yeah, obviously. Okay, Cuffham said, I cucked you. Bro, do you really want to do this, bro? You really want to do this? Really, like, do you actually... Real talk, man. Honestly. Do you...
literal meth to keep his face slim.
I was essentially doing math for hollow cheeks, guys. I just to come clean and let you know what I was doing.
And this is only one of the many various substances he uses to maximize his appearance, such as minoxidil for hair growth, Accutane for clear skin, and of course, testosterone injections for extra gains in the gym. Substances that will likely cause immense problems for him later in the future.
People are asking, are you going to be infertile? Do you worry about having children?
So right now, I am infertile.
But he does this for one simple reason.
See, look at the difference. Cuffham, you're saying like, oh wow, you're a pedo. You look the teenagers. Look at the difference back then and now. You look older than me. You look older than me. When I go clean shaven, back then, yeah, look here. Got the monk look. All right. Got the monk look. Right now, clean shaven, like this with the bright light. I got the Castanat lighting on. I'm younger than you, bro. It doesn't work. You're gonna try that unk method. Let's be honest. You put me side by side with you. Who do you think looks older? It's gonna be like this for a long time, man. Put down the lean. It's aging you quick. It's not. You got to put the cup down, man. Sober all 2026. It's making you emotional. It's aging. We're asking, are you going to be infertile? Do you worry about having children?
So right now, I am infertile.
But he does this for one simple reason. Clavicular believes that your appearance is everything, and that the more attractive you are, the better your life will be. He takes this mentality so far that he views getting a $35,000 jaw surgery as an investment that will pay itself off.
I'm really just talking about a purely logical...
Yo, Cuffham, you fucked up my chat. I'm cross-streaming on YouTube right now. The colored chat's right. He said this is the cross-stream chat. Usually it's 80% dominated by YouTube. You came in here and started doing this whole kick, tap dancing, oil up, bag up, lean gambling thing. And now I don't even, like, YouTube chat, where are you? YouTube chat, where are you? It's all these kick people in here. It's all these degens. Where's the YouTube chat? Yo, YouTube chat, spin back. Get back.
Return on investment. I see myself, I'm like, whoa, what am I? My face.
Cuffham, why is my chat, what do I have, like 2.5K viewers or something like that? Why is my chat move faster than people with 15, 20K on Kick? That doesn't make sense. What's going on? Not saying you have a fast chat. I don't think you, but something's not adding up. Something's off, right?
I am a social media influencer, right?
I'm not answering.
If I spend this amount of money on a double jaw surgery, right? It's going to cost me about 30 grand to do the surgery. Will this pay itself off if all goes well? And I'm saying overwhelmingly yes.
Through his personal coaching program, he sells young, insecure men on the hope that they can...
First off, Clav barely even plugs his course at all. So I like Patrick, but it's not really fair to say this. He barely plugs it. I've never even seen him mention it once. You're saying Lacey and Neon are view botting. Aren't those your phase bros? You were phase up with them. You were tap dancing and they made you go sit in the corner while they were playing basketball. And now you're going to talk shit about Lacey? They were nice to you. They did pop the balloon with you. Now you're going to say that they're botting? That's why they attack FaZe Banks. Bro, whose side are you on?
One day surpass their genetic limits, which he refers to as ascending. This course includes things like a full facial analysis, a full-blown gym routine, and a list of different supplements to help improve your image.
If it's like 50, 100, that's not that bad of a... I understand what people think about courses, but... Yeah, was Cuffham at my door, chat? Who here? Who's here? Hold on a second. Yo, was that Cuff? It's my burger. It's my burger. I got a little burger. I'm hungry, man. Mom Donnie's arresting you for grifting. Is that how Tate felt when you betrayed him? Did you see what he said yesterday? Bro, there's a whole good video. I'm going to link it right now. It's a fire video. Well edited. On my second channel, covers the situation, so I don't need to keep talking about this, all right? I don't like keep pulling me into this whack-ass drama. Watch this here. This one. Look how good the intro is. No, not this one. I uploaded it today. It's from yesterday's stream. It's... Did it get deleted? Where is it? Oh, here. This vid. Let me finish this video. You're fucking on my YouTube reaction.
I'm in New York. I make Ari-farty stupid videos. Forget this bullshit about law, about right and wrong. You can't defend yourself. Might makes right. Give me your fucking oil.
Might makes right. So then, should you still complain about being arrested unfairly?
Might makes right.
If might makes right, then wasn't that fair that they raided your house and put you in jail? They were stronger than you. They had more guns than you. They threw you in a cell. Might makes right.
Might makes right.
If they throw you in jail again, I don't want to hear a fucking peep. You just got to say, yes, master. Yes, master. The Matrix was right. The Matrix is stronger. They got you.
That in most scenarios in life, because we're not idealists, we're not fucking SNEAKO. We have a brain.
What the fuck? Whoa.
Fucking SNEAKO.
What do you say fuck me for?
Someone has to lose for somebody else to win. There's very few scenarios in life which are perfectly equal 50-50 everybody.
Yeah, okay. He says, I'm making artsy-fartsy videos in New York, all right? You said I turned Chris gay? What, for my artsy-fartsy videos? Bro, he was a normal guy. He was a normal guy when I knew him. All right, is that gonna fuck up my Mr. Beast collab? You have the potential to get a Mr. Beast collab. What are you doing in my chat? Are you drunk? Are you bored? Cuff, what are you on right now? There's no way you're sober. Tate ran you off Rumble. Okay. Dan Bongino, the one that I was talking about in the social studies class, he's the face of Rumble, and then he went to become the FBI director, and then he went back to podcasting. I know this is like really complicated for you. They're like, oh my God, this is so boring, but this is what's going on in the country right now. The face of Rumble, the biggest guy who's getting 150K live viewers, Dan Bongino was the FBI director and then hid the Epstein files and now is back. And then he's tweeting at me, calling me a Nazi. All right. And so now these are the enemies. You're like, oh, I got ops. I got Lil TJ's my op. My ops are feds, bro. You see the difference? There's levels to this, nah? Don't care. He gave your cheeks to Speed and Kai for 2 streams. Oh, you gave your checks to Speed and Kai. Bill, these are your collabs. You know the crazy thing is too, like, Cuffham is probably gonna get a Mr. Beast collab anyway because he's trying to farm streamers. We're gonna diss everybody. Cuffham, why is it that like you make similar jokes and say the same stuff, and people just like, oh my God, you're so funny? Is it because you're black? Is it because you're black and chunky that they're like, oh, he's like a chunky black guy, he's not a threat? Is that the difference? Because you collab with Kai and Speed, and what you're saying is like, they did like what, 6 streams, 7 streams? And then they ran off with a bag. And do you remember that? Do you remember when I'll bring up the clip when they were like, I don't fuck with you. I don't know if you were tap dancing at the time with Aiden. Do you remember that? Let me bring it up. It was, I don't know if I can find the clip. That was directed at me. But I'm all cordial now. I know we moved on. I can't find the clip. It was a power slap. It's like, remember when I got egoed by them? They were streaming on Rumble and they walked away. And they're like, I don't fuck with you. Man, am I selling out by squashing it? It's like, it's not even squashing. There's no beef. Like me, if I was beefing with them, it's the same thing as these red pill dudes that tweet about me every day trying to get a glimpse of attention. It's just like, that's the same way it's viewed. That's why it doesn't matter. You're a sellout. Okay, bro. I'm calling you right now. Are you drunk? What's going on? Let me call Cuff real quick. Interrupting my fucking stream. And I'm probably gonna, it's either me or CZ's gonna edit this video. I have to cut out this whole segment. YouTube is not gonna give a fuck about this. You're messing it up. I was already thinking about the title of this. Like, you drunk right now? What's going on, Cuff?
What do you want? You owe Andrew Tate your career. What?
Do I have to do this and call you an Aiden Ross tap dancer and say he's your daddy?
What do you want, SNEAKO? You left Rumble. The Tate brothers ran you off Rumble. Why did you leave Rumble?
Because they didn't offer me another contract.
Because they gave their money to Castanet and I'll show Speed instead of SNEAKO. Learn your place, Sasquatch.
The problem is, this does not sound like an effective way to remedy someone's insecurities. In fact, these things have only the potential to make them worse. Clavicular uses his own ascension as a testimonial that his system of looks maxing truly works, although many have taken note of the fact that most of his physical improvements are simply the byproduct of growing up. Before versus before.
That's what he looked like before? It could just be puberty. I don't know how much you're going to attribute it to looks maxing. Could just be puberty.
Up. Before versus before.
There we go.
Really
YouTube chat's getting back.
Of puberty. Bro grew up. The reality is that Clavicular is completely delusional, but in an ironic sense, he is undoubtedly the most honest person in this entire video, as he is extremely aware of the negative ramifications of his usage.
Wait, why are you infertile right now?
Just like a negative feedback loop when you're not needing to produce testosterone anymore because your body realizes, okay, we're getting it from an exogenous.
So you're not producing any testosterone naturally?
No.
None?
No.
I'm not taking TRT, bro.
How do you think it works? You just don't, your body...
Yeah, what's a better look? The monk look? The bald head look? Or the clean shaven? Kick donated. Kick chat better. Kick sent flex. Is this the Kick team? Yo, Kick. What's going on, man? Okay, did you only send this because Halalco is the biggest clipper on your website already? And also, Kick staff who's in here right now. Why is my chat flying and I have 1K viewers? What's going on here? Something doesn't add up. Is it just me? Is it just me? I've never botted. Should I just start botting? Am I going to get more KCIP? Because you're in, I don't know. How much money is this? Is this actual any bread? Is this Eddie? It's definitely not Eddie. It's like, it's an employee. But I'm making like no money off of KPP. It's dog shit. The clipping system is good, but should I just bot to make more money? Is that what everybody's doing? It's $100. Whoa. Whoa, $100. Wow. Wow. You give Aiden Ross $250,000 a night, bro. Like what? You know, like this is nothing. Thank you though. Yeah, I'm trolling. Obviously, I don't know how much Aiden makes. He does owe me $150K. Can you give me the money? I loaned Aiden $150,000 last night, and he didn't give it back to me yet. I didn't charge him interest because I'm not a. And he's not responding to my text. 150 bands. You know how long I have to work for that, Kick? The KPP is dog shit. Dog shit. No, okay. They've been good. Obviously, I'm trolling, but. The staff is like, every day the staff is messaging me, oh, do this, put this watermark, and put this here, put this in here, do this, do that, do this, do that. And the Clippers are the ones eating. They're like, they're making so much money, they don't even want to tell me. They're like, oh, you're moving. I'm like, how much are you making? They're like, you're moving federal. That's how you know they're making bands right now. They're making bands. But thank you, though. Whatever. Kick chat better. No, YouTube chat better. YouTube chat better. That's where I make money. I'm making good AdSense money right now. It's really, but... Shit.
Realizes we're at a certain level we don't need anymore, so it stops reducing it.
The reason why he is on this journey is because he believes that he is genetically disadvantaged and has.
I'm not even trolling. YouTube chat, I love you more. I love you more, undeniably. Start typing faster. I got Kick chat on slow mode. Wait, is it on slow mode? Or did they take it off? Because the YouTube, you're the ones I focus on more. I read your super chats, even though it's been dry today. Nobody even. But this is where it's my baby. It's where I came up. Wallahi, I love you more. And if I had the opportunity, if I had to go one direction, you know where I'm going, man. YouTube is in my home. So if you're gonna watch my streams, watch him. Let me stop talking.
Made himself ascend to a slightly above average
appearance. Yes, they're winning now. They're winning.
Creators, we're all genetically gifted. They don't really understand, how it is to grow up not exactly good looking. People are placing me high tier normie as a little bit above average.
You know what's fun about streaming on Kick is that everything can be construed as parody.
How much you making per day streaming?
How much you making per day per streaming? Why the fuck would I tell you that? Aiden Ross donated $5. I make good money, but it's like not even close. They saw it earlier in Clav and Neon were talking about how it's like almost impossible to not gamble anymore. So the way I'm seeing it is like, Kick, I'm not gambling, like maybe you guys can like supplement that a little bit, Then I go into but no, I got to grind for that stuff, bro. I have to grind to get to that level.
6 to a 6.5 on an actual decile scale that makes sense.
According to Clavicular himself, both of his parents are bodybuilders, and he began taking testosterone at only 14 years old to achieve a larger physique. So it's likely that from a young age, he derived self-worth from physical appearance, and has developed extremely severe body and facial dysmorphia as a result.
There's no way. Like right now, damn, my stream again. Look at the difference. There's 1,600 on Kick and 1,700 on YouTube. This is the wrong soundboard. This is the closest it's ever been. YouTube, you can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. Cuffham started chatting and like these BAU board pairs, they came in here. Go watch Ms. Kiffer. Why don't you guys go to Convy stream? Look at this. There's 5,800 people watching Miskiff right now. Look, wow. There's 5,800 people watching this. Look at that.
All right,
Bruv.
what's the map?
Bruv. Bruv.
So what does a boss portal look like, Chad?
Yo, Miz, what's going on, bro? And I saw he started flexing his paycheck. He made like 70K his first month. I'm like, what? Bro, look at the difference, right? Yo, are the kick people still in here? Because it doesn't, like, I'm not accusing Miz of anything. I like Miskiff, but what's going on? What is going on? Look at that. No, I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking. Stop. W Miskiff. I'm gonna give subs now because you guys are being weird. Stop. Hold on. No, he never gifts me. I gift him though.
Cast blood? Sure.
I'll leave it alone. Like who else? Conflock.
1.6 and they're down 6. Like what? That makes no sense, bro. It's rigged? Holy fuck. Bro, did I lose my gloves? Did I lose the gloves? Oh, I lost it. I think I left it. Oh, I got it in my pocket.
Fries. Too right. What's the word? Hold on. Nah, shit about to get markety tonight.
Where we going?
I'm just saying.
On a little bit of everything, to be honest, growing up. Test at 14.
How do you even get testosterone at 14?
I just ordered it on the internet.
He has even directly acknowledged that he is actively shortening his lifespan for the sake of looks.
It is very likely that some of my lifespan will be diminished with the things that I'm doing. I don't believe that's from some of the steroids, but maybe some of the recreational drugs in conjunction with the steroids. So that's a very real possibility.
As sad as this is, it does not absolve him from personal responsibility. His program currently has over 1.4 thousand active members, each paying $50 a month to take part. This coach,
yeah, 50, and he barely plugs it. And the stuff he said, he was going to judge people's faces, give him a routine, and tell him supplements, and give him information. It's like,
program has grown exponentially in recent weeks, most notably because of a viral clip of him
I'm not saying
injecting
to buy it.
fat-dissolving peptides.
I'm not saying to go do it, but
into his 17-year-old girlfriend's face on stream. Other clips show him casually picking up girls and even criticizing their facial flaws while meeting them.
Oh yeah, so you have like a recessed maxilla, so I can't. And, like your upper jaw, it's just a little recessed, so I can't. I mean, you know what I mean?
Chat, is my maxilla recessed? Yes? No?
Could you explain to me what
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a developmental flaw, it's no worries.
Clips like these only feed into the persona that Clavicular is trying to create, where he is an unstoppable and irresistible specimen who has achieved his power through looks maxing. And it's working, because his audience nor his customers see him as deeply insecure. And he continues to take advantage of his impressionable audience, much like—
That was a really top signal, a really clear top signal. Mr. Beast yesterday, he said that Clav is going to be the next big thing in streaming. Do you realize how huge that is?
Marquette Burton, who has created an entire red pill cult that is surprisingly working. On the surface, Marquette, aka the Saint and the Sinner, seems like just another run-of-the-mill internet alpha male. He sells courses, portrays himself as a business genius, and bashes women on podcasts.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts and your soul—
Oh, thanks for the 20. He said, I'll keep it short. Keep up the good content, G. Good night, chat. Love y'all. Oh, love you too, man. See, that's the positivity that's over on YouTube. This is why YouTube got a special place in my heart. You have a great night. It's inevitable. Appreciate you stopping by. Long of love speech.
Oh, if you still got one.
What a great guy.
Wrong. And I'll give you an example.
Love
That's
that
your
guy.
Work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Of course, he also has the tendency to fabricate every aspect of his life, lying about being a multimillionaire thanks to his background in application development. Although when you take a look at his resume, it's clear that he is not nearly as wealthy as he claims to be. In 2012, he launched his first company, Hobby Buddy, a a social media platform that connected local strangers to help plan in-person activities. Hobby Buddy's website remained dormant for over 6 years, promoting the eventual release of a mobile app that would never see the light of day. His next business venture was called the Flesh app, a mobile application that gave universities the power to track student attendance. Marquette hoped to sell licenses to colleges in need of the service, although this effort failed, and the application has been defunct for over 5 years. He later shifted his focus to Why Not, a mobile application that was essentially a Craigslist for Wi-Fi hotspots. Despite Why Not's failure, Marquette landed himself an article in Forbes for his work on the application, which in reality is just a puff piece paid for by Marquette himself. His last major endeavor was an app called My Key, which was basically just a glorified geotag that never went anywhere. Now, I'm not coming at Marquette for failing. It is extremely difficult to start a successful business, and if anything, his persistence is admirable. But Marquette pretends that
why does it look familiar?
These failed businesses were actually huge successes, and claims they helped him become a self-made millionaire with a net worth of $100 million. But it's very obvious that he is nowhere near.
And look at the difference. It's why the YouTube chat, the positivity and everything like that. Look at that W's in the chat. It's flying. Kick. It's all like Aiden live. Bye, Aiden. Everyone's trying to rage bait you all the time. Yeah, if you want to go to Aiden, man, fuck off, man. Leave. Damn. Like, bro, they never do that over on YouTube. It's pure, wholesome positivity, worldwide people, the best viewers, man.
That kind of wealth. In 2020, Marquette was featured in an article discussing his involvement in the SEA program, which offered aspiring entrepreneurs a $50,000 investment to relocate to Erie, Pennsylvania. Despite claiming to be massively successful, Marquette was willing to move states just to keep his business afloat. Once again, I respect the hustle, but it's hard to imagine a multi-millionaire would move to Erie, Pennsylvania to do something like this. It's also hard to imagine that someone of this status would spend their time arguing with women on podcasts, selling self-improvement courses, and streaming multiple times a week to a small audience. Marquette goes to extreme lengths to portray himself as much more than
Yo, Patrick, why'd you say small audience, bro? Why'd you say that, bro? Why'd you say that? Salam, well done rejecting gambling. I love your videos. I'm a full-time creator myself. May God reward you. Thanks a lot, bro. Wait, so how much is... Kick, can you just tell... How much money is this? Thanks, bro. That's big. Walaikum salam. Let's go!
Glorified red pill live streamer, going as far as creating a fake BBC documentary about himself.
The Kenyans literally rolled out the red carpet for Mr. Button's arrival. He is an enigmatic figure, a businessman and a boxer, an author, a stoic, and a poet.
He originally had... Bro, the Kick just DM'd me too. I just checked my Discord chat because I had a feeling they did. Now they want me to bring over... They want me to cut the YouTube stream. Can you believe that? Bro, you guys... I'm already dominating the Kick clipping thing in a week with 1K viewers, with 1K real viewers. I'm not botting. Okay, I already got number 1. I'm bringing you so much free advertisement. Okay, I already don't take the gambling. I'm already making so much less than everybody else, willingly. And now, you want me to cut the YouTube? Are you guys for that? Are you for that? And see. This is, I was fighting for my life to get YouTube back. It's always, you give them an inch and they want a mile. No, man. Why would you say that?
This YouTube video titled as BBC coverage or BBC.
You know what's funny too about this whole conversation? I'm also live on Rumble right now.
Oh my God.
I'm also live on Rumble, and I completely forgot until right now. Wait, is anyone here? Portland Border Patrol. Portland Border Patrol. I wonder if this guy will bring up Myron. Is SNEAKO still defending criminals? Oh, so wait, someone answered the thing. Clean shave. Oh, Chubb, sorry. I don't read the Rumble chat. I forgot. Hey, Rumble chat. Hey. Are there people here? Why are you guys here? Hey! There you are! Chubb, sorry I missed it earlier. There you go!
BBC emerging world leaders for a while, and then they made him change the title because obviously it's not a BBC thing.
Just about every internet alpha male portrays themselves as high-status individuals, imparting their wisdom on their lowly followers. But Marquette has created a full-blown cult. The Assassin follows an ideology called Marquetteism, which is essentially a religion based around men being alphas and women being second-class citizens. Nearly every element of the Assassin follows classic cult structure. It starts with rituals and traditions, mandatory greetings, group chants, and repeated creeds, all of which exist to reinforce belonging and suppress individuality. The two two ideals make the group identity your primary identity, explicitly replacing race, nationality, and even standard family structure with loyalty to the organization. This ideology also lays out different levels of existence: confirmed saints, good people, and the wicked, all of which ties into the cult's fundamental rule system.
Yeah, good video. Good video. Just be careful of these the alpha males, the red pill space. It's a weird space, basically. Great video. And don't trust everybody.